Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. As always, I am your host. Today's story is the heartbreaking case of Claudia Lawrence, a woman who was seemingly abducted while walking home after a late-night shift. On March 18, 2009, Claudia Lawrence, a 35-year-old chef working at the University of York in England, completed her shift at the dining hall and headed home. After arriving at her semi-detached house in Haworth, York, at around 8:30 p.m., she spoke to her parents on the phone, and everything appeared normal. Claudia was in good spirits, and there were no indications that anything was amiss. However, when her father Peter rang her the following morning to see how she was, there was no answer. At first, he assumed that Claudia was still asleep, as she often slept late. But as the morning progressed and Claudia failed to call him back, Peter became increasingly worried. As hours turned into days, fear began to grip the Lawrence family. Claudia was a responsible young woman who had never vanished without informing her family. She also wouldn't ignore her phone calls, especially not from her beloved father. They attempted to contact her repeatedly, but there was no response. Concerned by her absence and lack of communication, Peter contacted the police to report her missing on March 20th. Officers visited her home to conduct inquiries, and what they found puzzled them. Everything seemed to be in order. There were no signs of a struggle or forced entry, and Claudia's purse, keys, and other belongings were all present. Moreover, her bed was unrumpled, indicating that she hadn't slept there since the night before. Her car was also parked outside the house, and her mobile phone was on the table next to the couch. As the investigation continued, detectives uncovered that Claudia had spoken to her sister on the phone on the night she went missing. During their conversation, they discussed a takeaway that Claudia intended to order. When the police asked the restaurant to check their records, they discovered that Claudia had placed an order for a chicken korma meal, but had never picked it up. Adding another layer of mystery to the case, Claudia's computer was later examined, revealing that she had searched for local taxi fares on the internet that night. However, no record of a taxi ride matched her journey home. These seemingly insignificant details raised more questions than they answered, leaving the investigators baffled. In the weeks following her disappearance, extensive searches were conducted, but they yielded no clues. Despite numerous appeals from her distraught family, sightings of Claudia remained scarce, and no substantial evidence surfaced. The police pursued various lines of inquiry, including the possibility that she had fallen victim to a stranger while walking home, that she had gone missing voluntarily, or that she had been the victim of a crime. However, as time passed, the case grew colder and the hope of finding her dwindled. One of the most distressing aspects of the case was the revelation that Claudia had confided in friends about feeling uneasy while walking home late from work due to the area's reputation for being dimly lit and occasionally attracting antisocial behavior. Tragically, these concerns were echoed by her parents, who had often urged Claudia to find alternative means of transportation or to walk with a companion. However, Claudia, who was described as strong-willed and independent, preferred to walk alone, believing she could handle herself. Her choice, which seemed innocuous at the time, would become a pivotal point in the investigation. Peter Lawrence, determined to keep his daughter's case in the public eye, launched a tireless campaign for justice. He lobbied government officials for changes in legislation to protect missing persons and their families. His dedication culminated in the creation of the charity Missing Voice, aimed at providing support and resources to those affected by a loved one's disappearance. Throughout his fight, Peter exhibited remarkable tenacity. He authored 2 books, co-authored a stage play, and even contributed to a BBC Radio 4 drama, based on his experiences. Despite facing moments of despair, Peter's spirit remained unbroken. He once poignantly stated, "I have to stay strong. Giving up is not an option. Not while there is a chance that Claudia is alive and wants to be found." Peter's unwavering determination offered solace to other families dealing with missing persons, and his efforts brought him international recognition. However, sadly, in August 2021, Peter lost his battle with cancer at the age of 74, still without answers regarding his daughter's disappearance. Despite the passage of more than 15 years since Claudia vanished, her case remains officially unsolved. While the police haven't disclosed the full details of their investigation, they have shared some key findings. Notably, they suspect that Claudia was abducted while walking home from work. According to Detective Superintendent Di Mallon, who led the initial investigation, Claudia likely entered the unfamiliar red Ford Fiesta willingly, possibly thinking it was a taxi. Mallon emphasized that the driver knew the area well and deliberately chose a route that lacked street lighting, ultimately dumping her body in a rural location. He further revealed that several men of interest had been identified, but unfortunately none of these leads materialized into concrete suspects. Adding another layer of complexity, investigators have uncovered evidence suggesting that someone close to Claudia possessed significant knowledge about her disappearance. Peter Lawrence strongly believed that someone within the community was hiding crucial information. He urged them to come forward, stating, "If you are harboring guilt, it will eat away at you. Don't let Claudia's killer win. Tell the police what you know." One of the most perplexing aspects of the case is the lack of forensic evidence linking anyone directly to Claudia's disappearance. The absence of fingerprints or DNA at the crime scene hindered investigators from establishing a definitive timeline of events or identifying suspects. Furthermore, the fact that no body has been recovered raises the possibility that Claudia's remains might never be found, leaving the case shrouded in uncertainty. Despite the challenges, the police continue to explore various avenues, re-interviewing witnesses and analyzing new forensic techniques. In 2021, North Yorkshire Police announced that Claudia's case had been designated as a high-resolution case, signifying its enduring importance. They committed to conducting regular reviews and pursuing any fresh leads or intelligence with vigor. Claudia's loved ones remain hopeful that justice will eventually prevail. Her brother, Mike Lawrence, keeps his sister's memory alive through an annual fundraising walk in her honor, which has raised thousands of pounds for Missing Voice. He continues to urge people to come forward with any information that could help solve the case. As the search for answers persists, it is essential to remember that behind the headlines and theories lies a family grappling with an unimaginable tragedy. The impact of Claudia's disappearance extends beyond the immediate family, affecting friends, colleagues, and the broader community. Her father's dedication to justice serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that the pursuit of truth should never cease. The disappearance of Claudia Lawrence remains one of Britain's most perplexing missing persons cases. The combination of limited physical evidence, conflicting theories, and the passage of time have created a labyrinth of unanswered questions. While the police continue to investigate and new leads emerge, the Lawrence family's unwavering determination to find Claudia and bring her home remains steadfast. Their resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to the strength of familial bonds. In the quiet town of York, Claudia's story echoes through the streets, urging the community to remember and to speak up. Each day that passes without answers deepens the sense of injustice, but also strengthens the resolve to keep searching. The legacy of this case transcends the quest for justice for Claudia. It has sparked conversations about personal safety, the vulnerability of women, and the importance of supporting one another. It serves as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and determination can guide the way. And although Peter Lawrence is no longer with us, his spirit lives on through his daughter and in the hearts of all those fighting for justice. So what do you think? Do you believe Claudia left with a friend or acquaintance? Or do you believe a stranger was involved? Share your thoughts below. As always, keep an eye out for my podcast. I post new episodes every Friday. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you next time.